Welcome back to another YouTube video. Raw, SmackDown, NXT 205. What am I? Raw, SmackDown, NXT 205, NXT UK. That's what I'm talking about. So, their response, if you want to call it that, to AEW is 52 minutes of talking and what? Maybe one good match, I guess. So, here's the 52 minutes talking. Kofi comes out, says, I'm tired of waiting on Brock. Brock should just come out here and cash in. Seth comes out, says the same thing. Brock comes out, dances like an idiot. His briefcase looks like a boombox, and he has a Brock Party shirt on. That was stupid. So that's, and then Brock, of course, doesn't cash in on anybody, and then comes out later and also doesn't cash in on anybody, and hits Paul Heyman with the piece of paper that says he has a year to cash in. And then within that opening segment, Ziggler attacks Kofi. Woods comes down to make the save. Ziggler attacks him. Then Kofi comes out to make the save. Then Ziggler is backstage and then comes back out and then does a promo. And basically says how he's going to take the title away from Kofi in Super Showdown. So, yeah, that was your first 52 minutes of Raw. And then we had Shane McMahon versus Lance Anoa'i, which Drew McIntyre beat up Lance. Shane pinned him, or no, tapped him out, sorry, with the triangle choke. Roman comes out to make the save. And our build up, or more build up for Roman and Shane at Super Showdown. There's that in ring segment that I was talking about. R-Truth and Carmella are shown running all around backstage. Truth trying to avoid everybody coming for the 24/7 title. AJ backstage doing an interview says how his back is too hurt, so he can't compete. And then Baron Corbin comes in and punches him in the face. So then we have Nikki Cross and Becky Lynch versus the Iconics. The Iconics lose again, which I don't like the Iconics, so I don't really care that they're losing, but why? You put the tag titles on them for them to lose essentially every match, almost every match. They won once, and that was against some jobbers, but every other match I'm pretty sure they've lost. So yeah, Becky and Nikki win. Lacey Evans comes out and does her old gimmick where she walks out to the ring and then walks back up the ramp. Usos block party. Naomi and Tamina have a little confrontation, or it looks like they have a confrontation, but they hug. Uh, the Revival come out, say thanks Usos for inviting us. Usos didn't invite them. Naomi did. They shake hands and then they play party games, which the Usos would have won if the Revival wouldn't have cheated and knocked the beanbag out of the way. So yeah, then we get our what I think is our one good match, which ultimately ends up being, um, well, I guess the Iconics match was okay. So yeah, Ricochet versus Cesaro. This match was good. It was short, like 5 minutes, but Ricochet got some good spots in there. Ricochet wins. Then we get an announcement. Rey Mysterio relinquishing the U.S. title, or he's gonna relinquish it next week. And then Samoa Joe says that he's gonna come and take what's his. So I'm guessing they would crown a new U.S. champion that And like at that time when Ray relinquishes it, then we had a fatal four-way elimination, which Braun, Bobby, Miz, and Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin wins. He doesn't eliminate Braun and Bobby because Braun and Bobby essentially take themselves out by fighting outside the ring and then fighting into the crowd. So Baron Corbin versus Seth Rollins at Super Showdown. Firefly Funhouse is more of Bray being like follow or not follow me, follow the buttons, let me in. It ends with him doing the spider walk under a limbo stick and saying let me in. Electric chair segment with Sami Zayn and Corey Graves. People are asking Sami a whole bunch of random questions like, "Oh, what do you think about mixed match challenge? Like, do you miss your partner from mixed match challenge?" Sami doesn't answer. Sami's like, "When is your retirement date?" And then, or a fan's like, "When is your retirement date?" And Sami's like, Are your parents related?" Then Sami's like, "You guys could have asked me about AEW," and that was our only reference to AEW throughout the whole show. So there you go. Then we had Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn. Seth Rollins wins. Duh. Of course he does. SmackDown results. Give me a second. All right. Kevin Owens versus Kofi. Kofi wins. They cut promos before. Kevin's like, "I wasn't the one who attacked Big E." Kofi's like, "Why you lying?" Why the hell you lying? Why the hell you lying? Oh my god, stop freaking lying. Anyway, um, what else happens? Heavy Machinery won a title shot against Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, which Daniel Bryan says that they'll get, just not tonight. So we'll get that match at some point. Carmella versus Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose wins because Sonya Deville distracts Carmella with some magazines because Mandy's on the cover of Muscle and Fitness Hers. So there you go. A magazine distraction. Shane McMahon Appreciation Night. Elias sings a song. Shane says how he's going to beat Roman again. R-Truth comes out, running away from everybody. Gets attacked by Drew, Miz, and Shane. Loses the 24/7 title to Elias. And then we get Bayley versus Lacey Evans. Bayley wins. Lacey and Charlotte attack each other, which means we'll get that match at some point. And what's next for Bayley, you ask? It still can be Charlotte. Charlotte just has to beat Lacey Evans first. So Roman and Truth versus Drew McIntyre and Elias. Roman and Truth win. Truth gets the 24/7 title back because Roman spears Elias. So there you go. Speeding through SmackDown because honestly, SmackDown was slightly more entertaining than Raw. Raw was garbage. Just putting that out there. Ooh, Mike Kanellis wins a match. He won a match against the Brian Kendrick. Mike Kanellis is not the greatest wrestler. I would say probably not the worst wrestler on 205. Maybe second or third worst. I don't know. I don't know who first and second are, or if he is third, I don't know who first and second would be. because 205 has some pretty good wrestlers on it. So you know what? Screw it. Mike Kanellis, he's the worst wrestler on 205. I'll just say it. I'm just saying it. And I know Mike Kanellis ain't watching this, so I'm not scared. Not scared to give my opinion on wrestlers. That's what I do. I'm a YouTuber. Noah Emdar versus some jobber named Mike Carm. Noah Emdar wins. Humberto Carrillo versus Jack Gallagher. Humberto Carrillo wins. And apparently, from what Nigel McGuinness was saying, 205 Live, or the future of 205 Live was Humberto Carrillo, even though he also said that to Oni Lurkin, if I'm remembering right. He said it to Oni Lurkin at some point. So, pretty sure one of them is the future, and one of them is not, I guess. I don't know. So we have British Strong Style and Imperium. Basically, they have an in-ring segment. They brawl. Before that happens, Walter says, like, he's gonna keep the UK title forever because he has Imperium backing him up, which they're about to get another member. Who was Alexander Wolf? Yeah. So they're gonna have 4 members. So yeah, they brawl. They take out a camera guy, and they're gonna have a 3-on-3 in 2 weeks. Mark Coffey and Wolfgang versus Carlos Roma and A Kid El Nino. I don't know if the other guys were jobbers, but they lost. Dallas wins with the power bomb step up Uranagi combo. Oh, we're getting our fatal 4-way. What is that, next week? Travis Banks, Joe Coffey, Dave Mastiff, and Jordan Devlin. Who could win that? Travis? Honestly, Travis versus Walter sounds great. So yeah, Travis. Zaya Brookside says basically how she couldn't get the job done. Or no, she says that Jenny couldn't get the job done herself. And that's why Jenny brought in Jesse Gabbard. And then Isla Dawn comes up, and Isla Dawn is Zaya Brookside's new friend. So there you go. Joseph Connor says he's not impressed by Ilya Dragunov. They'll have a match at some point, probably next week. I don't know. Not yet. Cassius Ohno versus Jack Gallagher. Cassius Ohno wins. Jack Gallagher's foot was under the rope. The ref didn't see it, of course, but Cassius Ohno wins. And this match was a good back and forth, I'd say. Toni Storm versus Nina Samuels. This match was great. Toni Storm wins with strong 0. And there you go. NXT results. Bianca Belair versus Mia Yim. Mia Yim wins. Gets her win back over Bianca beating her 2 weeks ago. I feel like it was 2 weeks ago. Kushida versus Drew Gulak. This match was awesome. Like, thanks to Drew Gulak for coming to NXT to fight Kushida, because he needs good matches constantly. So, yeah, Kushida wins. Then we have a video package for Velveteen Dream versus Tyler Breeze North American title on Saturday. I'm going to say Velveteen Dream wins that one. Johnny and Cole. Johnny. Io and Shayna. I think it's time for Shayna to go up, so I'm going to say Io. NXT Tag Team Championships, Undisputed Era, Street Profits, Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch, and Forgotten Sons. I'm going with Street Profits. Oh yeah, and a backstage segment happens on NXT, asking Shayna if she's worried about Io. She says no, because Io won't have a kendo stick or friends to back her up next week, or not next week, but Saturday. So yeah. Then we had Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan versus the Forgotten Sons, which ends in a no contest because everybody comes out to fight. So yeah, it was. Are there any other matches happening? Was it title match? Tag title match? I said. NXT title match? I said. North American title match? I said. Women's title match? Or there are 4 or 5 matches on this card. Let me look it up real quick. Adam Cole and Gargano, yep. Io and Baszler, yep. North American, NXT. Oh, duh. Matt Riddle and Roderick Strong. um, Matt Riddle, he lost at the last takeover, so he needs a win. Either way, hold on. Since this doesn't work for me. Oh, I probably should have turned up my volume. Well, I don't know if me turning up my volume makes a difference. Well, I don't know that it doesn't. Well, this video might not be as loud as the rest of them because I had my computer volume down. So sorry about that. Sorry about this audio in advance if it's not up to par with the rest of them. So, anyways, see you guys. Let me know if this audio is lower than usual, and I'll make sure to turn my computer volume up next time. All right. So, see you guys next week. Oh, be sure to like, share, and subscribe.